43.
42. 41.
40.
39.
Number 1.
39.
38.
37.
36.
35.
34.
33. 32.
31.
30. 29.
28.
27.
26.
25.
24.
23.
21.
20.
19.
18.
17. 16.
15.
14.
13.
12.
11.
10.
9. 8.
7.
6.
5.
4.
3.5.
3.
2.
1.
Hey, Rocky, you want to see me pull a show out of my hat? Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Hi, and welcome to the Mouthwash Talk Show. And yes, I'm down here in Florida, and my internet connection is not the best. So it's skipping out a little bit on my side, but welcome to the Mouthwash Show. This is going to be a great, this is going to be one of my favorite shows, and we haven't even done it yet. We have Heywood Banks, comedian, genius comedian. If you ever get into a battle with him and you don't bring a bucket of wits with you, you're going to lose, because this guy is one of the wittiest guys I know. I've loved his work over the years. I just sent him a message and said, hey, come on the Mouthwash Show. And he said, sure. And he's on tonight. I love it. But we got a lot of things going on today. A lot of things going on here. If you'll notice on the intro there, I changed our slogan from a minty fresh take on politics to a minty fresh take on life. Because that's what, and we got a little announcement here, a political announcement for me. If you watched Brad's show, The Rinse, we have the Mouthwash, and Brad's show is called The Rinse. You see what we did there? You would already have this information, because I wanted to do exclusively on his show to help him out with getting at least 5 more viewers. So basically what we talked about was, I am actually down in Florida for a couple months, and I wondered, first time, I've lived in Indiana for 64 years, and I love Indiana. It's like that old song, Indiana wants you. Lord, I can't go back there. We've liked it so much down here. We've put an offer in a house, and we should be closing in a couple weeks. But don't worry, we're still going to be back and forth for some years here. We have the Art Center in Mars Hill. Lisa has her artist collective. We have a house. We're still going to have that, but we're going to be kicking back a little bit. That being said, after I've been down here for a month, I realized that why is my life have so much peace and quiet? I think that's because there's no politics. And as I get back away from that and find some clarity and get some direction from the Holy Spirit, says it's my political career's over. So I won't be running for anything. If I claim residency in Florida, I'm not like those other politicians that'll still run for office in Indiana, but live in Florida or live somewhere else. I'm not that guy. So I'm just going to step back, and we're going to have fun with the Mouthwash Show, a minty fresh take on life. We'll have other people on. So it was very good that we were able to have Heywood Banks on, because he is not political at all. I would say he's apolitical. He might have a political song, but his work is great. So I'm going to start this out, and I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to play one of my favorites, Toast. And I know you've probably heard this. If you listened to the Bob and Tom show in the last bunch of years, you've probably heard this. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and share this and get it going. So let's see.
All around the country and coast to coast, people always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast. Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! I get up in the morning about 6 a.m., have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread, put it in the slot, push down the lever, and the wires get hot. It get toast. Yeah, toast! Now, there's no secret to toasting perfection. There's a dial on the side, and you make your selection. Push to the dark of the light, and then if it pops too soon, press down again. Make toast. For many years now, I've been a booster for the browning of the bread inside a toaster. If it gets burnt, I just start hollering. Cause don't you know I'm black toast intolerant? Burnt toast! Beep, 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 smoky toast! Oh oui, monsieur, bonjour, coquette. Oh, croissant et Chevy Corvette. Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Oh oui, Marie Baguette, bonsoir. French toast! French toast! In Chicago on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, all right. That was excellent. Let me make sure I stop that. I'm not like the Bob and Tom show. I have no producer but me. I have to run everything. So I'm a boomer that's challenged. So as I say, I don't want to be starstruck here, but yeah, you're one of my favorites. Over the years, the Pancreas song, that's probably my favorite, the Pancreas song.
Thank you.
It just has anatomical correctness and funny. It's all a great song into the thing. So Heywood, thanks a lot for coming on. Tell some of our viewers may not have heard of you because we have a few younger people on the show here that maybe don't go back as like we do.
All right. Oh, what do you want me to say?
Just a little bit about yourself.
Myself.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you're looking at my face, and I want to tell you that this didn't happen all at once. So let's get that over with. You know what I'm saying, John?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. I dropped out of college when I was 20 and hitchhiked to Florida, hitchhiked to Coral Gables, and met a whole bunch of folkies down there. I was a folk singer. I was a hitchhiking folk singer for many years, writing funny songs and serious songs. And I got married and have 2 kids, and evidently kids want to eat. And so there was, so
like
my
toast.
wife, much like, as I tell, much like, in the Matrix when Neo has been in the Matrix and he's dead, and Trinity kisses him and wakes him up like Cinderella. That's the same as I was laying on the couch, and my wife comes over and says, "Get the hell off the couch and go to the comedy club and see if you can make a living here." And the rest, and I've made a living. So it's unbelievable. I don't know about you folks, but I have no B plan. There was no B plan. There was no. I'm not like. I was not one of these guys. I'm a doctor, but I want to be a comedian. No, I'm a lawyer, but I want to be. No, I had nothing. And obviously I've kept it. So, there you go.
That's great. So how many nights or how many shows do you do these days?
It just depends on if there's some kind of plague going on, or just, I don't know. People either call me up or they don't, and then I go and play, that's about it.
Well, it's like I said, I just enjoyed your work over the years, and we need some comedy these days. I mean, it's some dark times outside right now. If you go outside, and that's why I thought having you on would be great for our morale.
Thank you
and all that. So, but I'm going to go ahead and bring on the panel. It looks like they're all ready to go here. We'll bring on Brad, bring on Kelly and bring on Lucy. So how this works is, let me
guys.
get this straightened out here. if I
Heywood,
can.
man, this is so fun. Like,
Brad, Kelly, Lucy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. The man, the legend.
yeah, really? Like, I never knew that you played it on a toaster too. Like, that was the funniest part about seeing that live.
Yeah, I know. It's the song is secondary to just beating on a toaster. You know,
And I love that you have like a little strap for it.
I don't know
'cause-
what you people do for a living, but I've actually made a living beating on a toaster for almost 40 years. It's just, God bless America. That's all I gotta say.
Well, it is. I mean, it is living out a dream, but I know it still work. I mean, I've done a little stand up. I got some bad dad jokes. I can, like Lucy's laughing. They're bad. They're very bad jokes. I made them up.
We'll hear
but
them
it's hard
later.
work.
Yeah.
It's hard work making people laugh. I mean, it is. You get up there and you're like, man, these people want me to make them laugh. Now, the good news is they're coming to laugh. You just got to get them going. But if you don't make them laugh, man, the tomatoes go a flying. So I'm going to ask you a question about that. Have you ever been with an audience that just didn't get it and didn't like you?
Of course.
Okay, now tell the
Next
story.
question.
Tell us the story. Tell the story about the worst time.
I'm on the planet, pal. Hey.
Who could not like you? I just want to know that group of people.
Is this,
Yeah, this is where you tell the story about it.
Yeah, there's always, Dorothy Parker, with her famous line, "What fresh hell is this?" And, that's, that really sums it up. You walk into a comedy club or whatever, you have no idea, you hope, I try to bring goodwill. It's like, talk about the political divide. I have people from both sides come to my show. It's like a central peaceful place they can go to and go, we can just be stupid, we can listen
Welcome
to some
to
dopey
Mouthwash.
songs, It works.
Yeah.
Would you play the Trump Kennedy Center, by the way? Just
They're closed for 2 years. I can't.
yeah,
I was all
Jesus.
set, but,
Yeah.
You already, like
That
Brad,
is
I
good
like to
answer.
trap you into
Good
some
answer, yeah.
political statement so he can come protest at your house.
I'm not that bad. No.
I could see Lucy up there just going, wow, we really have Heywood Banks on our show. we have
I
gone
know
big
it's
time.
cool because I'm 54, so I grew up with Bob and Tom and all that kind of stuff. And Heywood, you might notice that underneath my name here it says "marked safe from having a sense of humor." My husband is convinced I have no sense of humor. So when I'm playing to my family and I have 10 kids, nobody thinks I'm funny.
What?
So my friends think I'm hilarious.
Wait.
Yeah.
You have what?
I have 10
10
children.
kids?
I've given birth to 10 human beings, one at a time.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
What's with? How about another 2? Get an even dozen.
I would have. I would gladly do it again. Even today at 54, I would gladly do it again. It's the best thing ever. Only
See,
thing you can take to heaven with you.
Don't mess with Lucy. That's why she's like
Yeah,
our force on this show. She is. So I got Kelly up there. Kelly's like going, okay, she's in for Tiffany. Tiffany Dippelson's our usual Republican, and Tiffany's running for office. So, hey, would anybody that gets on our show becomes successful somehow, except me. But Tiffany is running for the Senate, for the Indiana Senate up in Hamilton County.
Wow.
So we have to find a replacement for her. We have Kelly Calloway. She's a little pistol that lives on the South Side that doesn't take crap from anybody, So I thought, we'll bring her on tonight and see that. So Kelly, do you even know who Heywood Banks is?
I don't, but I was just getting ready to ask him if he's ever been on the show with Greg Hahn.
Been on Bob and Tom with Greg Hahn.
Yeah.
I have, I've actually never met Greg.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's wonderful. He's
hilarious.
Yeah.
Great question, Kelly.
Sorry.
No, that would have been a good episode.
That's fine.
That's
Bob
the
and
only
Tom.
reference I have from Bob and
Yeah.
Tom since I was like 15. I don't know.
Well, no, those CDs. I mean, like you're on there with Big Butter Jesus. Like, I freaking love that song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
So yeah, again, like this is very, this is very fun.
we need to get that. We need to spread this throughout all the country to get people to laugh a little bit. I I'm a snowbird this year. I'm down in Florida for a couple months, and man,
You're buying a house down there.
Yeah, well, we're
It doesn't have enough bedrooms, though. I see.
Were your insurance costs not high enough for you?
It's hey, paradise ain't cheap. Okay, so but but I didn't. I've been in politics for about 8 years, and in my men's group, my Bible men's group, I compared it to being in the whale for 8 years. Like Jonah only had to spend 3 days in the whale. I had to spend 8 years before I could get out. So, and I know Kelly was wondering what my announcement was of
I thought you were going to run for mayor.
I did try to run for mayor in 2019. I got all these signatures, and then they threw me off the ballot.
Did you not hear about the meeting today?
Oh no, I didn't hear. What happened?
I guess nobody's running against Hogsett as a Republican, and Natalie Goodwin didn't even show up to the meeting.
Well, since it's a Minty Fresh take on life, I don't care.
Okay.
John, can I move into your house and run for mayor of Indianapolis? Can I get a new residence? I'm a libertarian.
That residency takes
we've
a
got ballot
deal.
access.
Yeah, we have extra rooms. So
John's in Florida. Where are the rest of you guys from?
Southern Indiana.
Side.
I'm okay. One at a time.
Yeah.
Southern Indiana.
Okay.
In some hay fields.
I'm up by Ball State. So
okay.
South side of Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and my house is in Mars Hill. So if you ever want to come play the Mars Hill Art Center, I can fill it up. We got capacity of 75.
Where is that?
That's out by the airport, Mars Hill. When I grew up on the south side, not far from where Kelly lives now. Went to Perry Meridian, graduated in 1980, and they said there's 2 places in Indianapolis you don't go: Hallville and Mars Hill. And
what about Springtown?
Well,
Springtown.
Yeah. Well, it's all good, but yeah. So you live in Michigan, right, Heywood?
Yeah.
And
I love Michigan. I visit there every once in a while.
So here's another little trivia fact for you that let's see, this will be Laura Steele's grandmother. Her and her husband Jim, my uncle Jim, they were on a postcard at Boyne Mountain on the ski slope, and they lived up there. So they were famous.
I thought you looked familiar.
Famous, yeah. famous movie star type people.
You got stopped at the mall. People ask you that.
Yeah, sign my postcard.
You're that guy.
You guys know anybody on a postcard?
You need to make a song about that postcard. I swear. So run through how your creative mind works. How do you take an idea and make it into a song? I mean, what's that process like? You see something, you hear something, you say something. What's that like?
Well, exactly. That's exactly it. I'll just get an idea for something. Like, well, I've started on I love reading old history. I've got all these old history books, and I got a book called the Legends of Detroit, and it was from the 1880s. And one of the things they said, they're like just these odd stories. And one was, they said that they're talking about eating fish on Friday. And they said, well, do what St. Patrick did. You just dip your pork chop in water and call it a fish. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's like one of the best quotes I've ever heard in my life.
We miss out on so much.
Yeah. You just baptize the pork chop and it becomes a fish,
Well, with AI, you could make that into something.
I don't need AI.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're like I said,
200 songs without AI. So
that's like I said in the intro. It's if you're going to be in a battle of wits with you better bring a 5-gallon bucket of wits, because you're going to be behind at the start. But it is.
Can we talk about AI? I had something from the Grammys the other night. There was a pop star. I didn't recognize who she was, and so in the quotes on Twitter, it said, "Grok, who is this?" And the answer was like Taylor Swift. And it wasn't Taylor Swift. And then somebody else asked it said Sabrina Carpenter. I'm like, I know who that is. And that wasn't her either. And so Grok was already wrong twice on this. And I'm wondering, like, what are we doing just with Grok? And even thinking that AI is going to be good for anything, or why are we having to train it somehow? Like,
Well, it evidently gets. I guess the more it's used, the better it gets.
well, let's hope so. But
Yeah,
holy
let's hope
shit,
so.
if it takes over now, like if Skynet takes over now, they'll miss us, wouldn't they? Probably. Like if they shoot, they'll be shooting like stormtroopers.
When the Terminators come down.
Yeah,
It's like all
Isn't
coming
Wasn't
true.
that Skynet and the Terminator?
yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
good.
so Skynet, yeah. So
You mean they've already named a Skynet now?
well, I mean, I always imagined Skynet like in the movies, like being like this ultra genius kind of AI. But I think the most disturbing part now is I'm thinking that it's going to be some half-assed AI led by Pete Hegseth and drones that just mess everything up on accident.
You use signal.
Not to. I'm sorry. We're not.
If
This is a minty fresh take on life.
Yeah.
I'm
humans,
sorry.
if humans are involved, there's that chance always.
I think Brad is referring to taking the Spaceballs movie as a mashup with Terminator, and then they had an ugly baby that's incompetent AI.
Well, let's hope. Like
Terminator
Spaceballs
balls.
2, Spaceballs 2, they're making it now. So
Oh God, are you kidding me?
no, yeah, Rick
They made a
Moranis.
Baseball too.
It hasn't come out yet. I don't. So yeah,
God.
But we have to recycle things, but that's why we need more original things to come out. And the AI does sort of scare me a little bit. We sort of rely on it.
You think?
I mean, it can be used. I just wish they would use it for our medical health card, because every time I go to the doctor, I have to tell them every little surgery I had back from the 1960s and all that stuff. Why can't we use AI to make life simpler for those type of things? So I can just go in and say, here's my little thing. Here's all the stuff that's wrong with me. Fix it.
there you go, John.
Why
Just
can't we have
give
that?
them all your information.
Yeah.
And just roll.
See what happens. I mean, Skynet will come get me.
Yeah,
for sure.
And just
So-
put a big X on the leg you want taken off. Yeah.
And then they'll say, that's the one they want to keep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always amazes me. They have to draw on it. It's just like, oh, okay, when they get laying on the table, they get turned around.
All those commercials for the different I don't know, chemicals or whatever that Sky Rizzy or whichever Rizzy or Quill you're going to take. It's just
pharmaceuticals.
it's like, hey, my skin's cleared up, but I had a stroke.
Yeah.
Or it's
I
like,
really want to know what oily
my
stool
skin
is.
really good. My skin is much better now. It's like it's crazy. It's a heart attack, stroke, death. They're all these side side products of those things.
So yeah, I always wondered what oily stool is. I'm just like, I don't want that.
No, I
Whatever
told
that
you
is, I
before,
don't want
John.
it.
You'll
like
know
a
it when you
liquid-
have it.
Yeah,
It's
That's
like
not a-
well, so
Oh, I
there
know
is-
what that is now.
that's a punk band, isn't it? Oh, the oily stools were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, then I had to get a slip
You
and
might
fall
do all
lawyer.
these stools in concert.
It's
Full Dolby surround sound.
Have you seen that commercial? Have you seen the commercial? There's like some kind of natural laxative commercial. The girls in bib overalls and talking about natural. You wonder. It's like, she went to some kind of cattle call to go in there, and they, if you get picked as the face of constipation, I don't know. That's like,
But I love that
is
it's
that a
like.
good thing? I don't know.
I love that it's even if you're wearing overalls, you'll be able to make it.
yeah, and the next commercials
that's
of
another good point.
Yeah.
and the next commercial after that
Wow.
is a commercial for Tide. So you got to keep running it all together. But
Yeah, drop your pods. Yeah.
drop your pods before your pants. I don't know. There's something there. But all right, this shows going off
It's
the
really
rails just
good.
like I hoped it would.
Yeah. So much for Winnie. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about where you're playing next or what you got cooking. So we want to help promote whatever. I mean, all 10 of our viewers might watch or might
Let's
come
see.
see it.
I'm in. I'm doing. I'm playing in Niles, Ohio, this week.
Nice.
Not helpful for Indiana or Florida, and I don't. I'll be in in Rochester in the fall, Rochester, Indiana in the fall, and
Oh, neat.
I'm
Okay.
playing Delphi during the Bacon Festival.
Oh,
Oh, there's two
There you
things I like there. You and the
Yes.
bacon.
Yeah.
is that in August?
Yeah, August 12th or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
the Bacon
cool.
Festival.
So
It's an
the
annual,
bacon
yeah.
festival. Are they
I've always
paying in
wanted
bacon?
to go, and I've never been able to get there. And
Is
Oh,
somebody
man.
in your shower taking a bath?
What- Lucy had to go all of a second. All I heard was, "Someone's in your shower. Are you taking a bath?" Is that
I don't know.
code for-
I didn't hear
There's-
anything, John.
in the
John, we
woods.
didn't hear anything.
We didn't hear nothing. She got out quick.
I'm not vigilant enough with the off buttons.
Yeah,
But
that
you know,
was-
I got 10 kids, so I mean,
Yeah.
surely we should all be happy that somebody's interested in taking
you
a
got
shower.
10 kids and
Is there a
dorms.
gun for each kid? Is that how you control it?
Oh, more than one. Everybody has to have a rifle, and everybody has to have a pistol. And you know, the whole purpose of the pistol is to get to the rifle. Like you fight with your pistol to get to the rifle, and then you can have some real reach out.
Heywood, I'm going to Lucy's house when the zombie
I like
apocalypse
the way
happens.
We all are.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
have a
should.
plan.
And I want to put a plug out there for people that want to get some really inexpensive and excellent firearms training is to go to appleseedinfo.org. It's put out by the Daughters of the American Revolution, and it's typically very inexpensive. They're all over the country at Apple's. I'm going to put this in, make sure I've got it right, appleseedinfo.org. So, you know, if you're a veteran or current LEO, they usually just let you do for free. You might pay a few bucks for a range fee. But my daughter, she was using a 22 with iron sights, and I had a scope, and she did way better than I did. So I guess I got the crooked eye.
Is part of the training not to go to protests with a gun?
It is not. It is not.
Okay.
But you know, I
say
really
this
love
as somebody
how
who does not agree with what is going on.
I just can't imagine that, you know, it's just what we always
yeah.
predicted for so many years, which is that if there was somebody in the GOP and they all of a sudden said guns were bad, that the sheep would just follow their leader. And so now that the maggots are all saying, well, of course you can't take a gun to a protest.
Yeah,
it's like, MFer, where do you think I'm most going to need a gun to protect myself?
You can take a gun anywhere.
I've been to so many protests
Don't
that have,
use
like, the
it.
counter protesters
Yes.
have guns
Illegally.
usually.
So
And it's like,
so
just,
Heywood,
we got to deal with it. Sorry.
Heywood, have you ever been
Again.
to a protest? I mean, you know, you're probably
I
little
went to-
young
I
for
went
the
to the,
Vietnam War protesting, but
I went to the anti-war protest against the Vietnam in
Very good.
in 1970.
I would be there with you.
yeah,
But at that time, I would have been an egg.
I always thought, you know, I was watching an old cowboy movie the other day, and there's always some scene where, you know, some guy goes out and practices with his 6-shooter, and he's like shooting cans and bottles, and he's doing it for hours. And you know, Lucy, if you shoot a gun without ear protection on, you're deaf for about like 12 hours. And so I think that's the whole solution of, you know, in all those gunfights, they always said, you know, they're in the bar and the guy says, "What'd you say to me?" He really meant that.
yeah, it's like, huh?
What'd you say? I said, hey, I can't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what- what'd you
100%
say?
right.
Yeah.
So-
So many, you know, if they just had, you know, the miracle ear or something, you know, they would.
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
There's so much miscommunication. Just, you know, yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
So
You
Heywood,
know,
do you?
I will say that my son and daughter both live in Detroit. My daughter has a restaurant in Detroit, and she's been down there for at least 20 years, and she's never had a gun.
You don't need a gun. I don't have a gun. So, you know, I mean,
So
some people. Lucy needs guns. She lives out there where there's wild animals.
Yeah, like literally.
You
I
should
could-
be able
I
to
could
have them if you want them. I don't care.
Well, I could have, you know, coyotes as I'm going out to feed and water the chickens. We have lots of farmland around us, and you do hear the coyotes at night trying to take down cows and stuff. But I've got to admit, I am such a softie. Like, I probably shouldn't even admit this in public, but we had a raccoon, and we were able to trap it, and it killed a whole bunch of chickens. And I couldn't even dispatch it. Like, I'm totally weak. It's ridiculous.
She rehabilitated it.
I had to have a person with a penis. I had a male member of my family take it out with a 22.
That's so
Yeah,
sad.
if
Lucy, what the hell?
That's
So
what
men
men
are
are
very
for.
useful.
I
I
had a
have-
lovely story about how to take them out. My chiropractor told me to keep them in the cage and drop them in a 55-gallon bucket of water.
Well, yeah,
I was
that's one way
raised
to
on a
go.
farm, so that crap doesn't bother me.
You're like sick Christy Gnome. You know, she just like put them down.
Well, that's
We,
not a dog. Like though,
we went
you
out
know.
on last, I think it was 2 years ago, April. I have a back deck screen-in porch, and I went out. I opened the door of the deck, and I hear like kind of a whimpering sound, and what is that? And I'm looking. And I called my wife. Said, "Come here, listen to this." And we heard this, and I looked through the slats in the deck, and there were puppies in there.
Oh,
And I got a remote camera and put it in there, and I was standing there looking, we were looking at the thing, and all of a sudden a coyote ran out from underneath the deck. And so I got a camera and put it down there, and like every time the coyote would come back, the camera would it was motion with a motion sensor, the camera would come on. And so we watched the mother would come in. They just looked like a little German Shepherd. And but they're right under the porch, and there was probably 8 or 10 and puppies.
Wow.
So the camera came on. My wife and I just watched a TV show, and I noticed on the thing it said there's a microphone. So I clicked on the microphone. I said, Shirley, say something, and she goes, "Hello, hello," and the coyote went like this and jumped and ran off. And so I don't worry about if I am out in the woods. All I need is my wife with me, because if there's coyotes or something, all I have to do is go hello, and there won't be any coyotes. Yeah,
The voice that can repel 1,000 coyotes.
yeah.
That sounds
It's
like
magic.
a new
I said,
song.
we should just record her voice.
I don't know
The coyotes are really skittish of people. They really do not like to be around people, but they will come eat your chickens and cause troubles if
Yes, they will.
you're not around.
You just got to put enough chicken wire up.
Yeah. So Heywood, do you have any conspiracy theories? Now, don't tell us right now. Do you have any conspiracy theories that you have, or because we have this segment on our show called Conspiracy Theory, and I want to do it a little bit later. But and a lot of times we'll have politicians on, and we won't let them do the conspiracy theory because somebody's going to clip it and then use it in their campaign or something like that. But I would assume you probably have some pretty good ones.
Well, my main one is.
Don't tell us yet. We got a whole segment. I just want to know.
Okay.
It's just a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
Oh, we'll be doing it. I got a special hat for it. So
okay, yeah. So we're doing the conspiracy theory tonight, but I just wanted to get. I just
thought my phone's on 10%. I gotta
get a charger.
Yeah, I gotta find a charger. So
find a charger. We'll talk amongst ourselves for a second.
I'll be right back.
So how awesome is this to have Heywood Banks on the show? I'm sorry.
Absolutely incredible. I didn't know that our ratings were that high yet. Like we actually deserve this. Did we have to pay anybody off?
No, it's just the luck of the thing. And I know Kelly, you were talking.
I love the background that Heywood has because it reminds me of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
We got to ask him if he's really Gandalf.
I think that's just his house.
He's up there in the land of the frozen tundra
Is he in like the Upper Peninsula?
I think it's like you always do the hand thing. It's about the middle over off of the Lake Michigan side. And I'm good. I know Petoskey is up that way. I don't know if how close he is to that, but that's where my aunt and uncle were from, and they were famous snow skiers at Boyne Mountain, apparently.
I went to Ann Arbor last August for a fish concert, or a couple of fish concerts.
Did you go get yourself some psychedelic mushrooms in Ann Arbor where they're legal? And they have dispensaries there too.
I did not know that then. But I was okay. I high-fived the bass player. I saw him on the street after the first night. That was insane. I was like, yeah, Mike, up top. And yeah,
I was walking down.
I'm like, that is awesome.
I was walking downtown when downtown had Don't Ask and some other places, and Duke Tomato was carrying his guitar. Yeah, I know. Oh, a long time ago. This is probably
Kramer was a DJ there.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
I'm just walking down the road, and Duke Tomatoes carrying he's going to play at the Slippery Noodle. So we just chatted our way on up there. But
Is that White Castle across the street from Slippery Noodle, like the oldest White Castle?
no. The one that's over off of East and Ohio, I think, is supposed to be it. I don't know if it's still a White Castle.
And it might not be the oldest. I'm
It's
sorry to,
it's been
but it's
around.
like over 100 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought so, but
It's still
Yeah,
white.
so Ann Arbor is where the University of Michigan is. That's where they have a huge stadium and all that. So
I
we
meant
were
Grand
trying to-
Rapids then. Classic fish.
yeah,
Sorry, yeah, that's a whole different city. Yeah, that was
So-
Grand Rapids. I went to Ann Arbor for a different concert. I'm sorry.
we went to Battle Creek or something. We went to some ski slope up there. We'd go skiing or sledding up there. So Heywood, with your hand, you know how they do the
Wait, I'm sorry.
How do I do that?
No, I did that. I'm sorry because
Okay.
I got really excited because they're getting White Castle in Texas. Honestly, getting a White Castle in your area is kind of an achievement. I feel like.
Yeah, this is Mike.
It's not a Crystals. God,
Nights
some
in
of the,
White Castle.
wait, please tell me, like, is that a song yet? And if not,
Nights
can
at
you
White
turn
Castle.
it? Yeah, just do like all Moody
You could
Blues
do it to
lyrics.
Yeah.
You could do it.
You know,
do it-
like just and
do
then
it to
end
the
with a
sound of
weird-ass
farts.
poem.
There, I
Yeah.
took my hand and
Yep.
put it in my mouth, and it came
Oh,
out
man,
the
yeah.
other
There
side.
we go.
Yeah, and then we'll play the oily stool
was the
commercial right
oily
after that.
stool.
So real quick,
I gotta stop.
Mike Big Country King is a kid that grew up in my neighborhood back in the day, and he's down in Texas, and he's, I'm getting out of politics. He's getting into it, so I want to wish him some luck on that. But hopefully, it turns out a little better for him than it did me. So with your hand, Heywood, I was going to try to have you show where Ann Arbor is. You know how people use their hand to tell you about Michigan?
Let's see. I guess
Yeah, you got to do it backwards.
this hand
Okay.
here.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Here's the thumb.
Yep.
Here's my finger. Here's my thumb. Okay, dude. Okay. No. And here's Michigan, and here's a turkey.
So where's
Wait.
Ann Arbor on the turkey?
Okay. Okay. Right about here.
Okay. And then Petoskey, where Petoskey is?
Yeah, right there. Right up
Okay, that's right. And then you got Mackinac Island.
here. Up here.
Yep, there you go. So and then where's Detroit?
Down here.
Okay, look at that. We just had geology for the first time ever on the
Oh,
No,
map.
that's
come
called
on.
geography.
Geography.
It's geography.
Yeah, whatever.
This is Seymour. Feed me Seymour. Feed me Seymour.
It's like, yeah, it's
What was
accuracy.
yours,
We're
Lucy?
not- What'd you say,
Lucy,
Lucy?
what was yours?
Feed me Seymour.
Oh.
Feed me Seymour.
Rocky
That's what
Horror.
it looked like when you were doing like it's the turkey, and then I started
Yeah, yeah.
gobbling inside my head, and then you're like, feed me Seymour.
So I know a couple of people are younger on this, but raise your hand if you've ever been to the Rocky Horror Picture Show at a theater when you actually went with and threw the toast and did all the stuff. That was big back in the 80s.
I was a good little Mormon girl. I would have never
You
done
weren't
that.
Never
good.
seen that movie.
Heywood might. That
You've
might have
never
been past-
seen that movie?
No, never.
So, like, when you hear the song "Time Warp," you're just like,
I
"Oh,
don't
this
even
is
know
a
what
song
song
that I
that
know."
is. What song is it?
you-
Sorry, Brad.
I didn't know. I forgot that my camera was on. I'm
But
sorry.
I have seen
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite 100 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
that's
Yeah, I could toss a pigskin over them mountains. You know.
Yeah,
It's,
Uncle Rico. That's like all this
You're
old.
just
all
mad
this
because I've
boomer
been
sticker
chatting with
Uncle
hot
Rico.
chicks all day.
I'm sorry, but no, go on with.
Yeah, my
Time Warp and-
why are you bringing up Rocky Horror?
I just was wondering about just the era of stuff that when we were growing up that happened and that people may or may not remember.
I feel like
but-
that would be looked down upon if the current
Oh,
generation.
they had to clean the thing up every time.
When I used to play South Bend. There was Jack Reichert up there at Sunny promoted me up in South Bend, and it became like, and I'd start playing places, and I I would play toast, and people would start throwing pieces of toast on stage. And I have Frosty the Blues
That's
Man, and they
awesome.
would throw marshmallows on stage. And I had fishing worms. They had put gummy worms on stage, and I had to get um, a chainsaw, like a chainsaw, a
Chain link
woodcutter's
fence.
mask with the screen.
Yeah.
Because if you have the plastic, it just like throws the sound right back in your ears. So you need the screen.
Oh.
But be little kids, they would throw the toast up, and then little kids would come up and wad them up into like little hard balls and throw them at me. And the whole time I'm thinking, okay, well, this is a house payment. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that you had to do
Whatever.
testing on like different kinds of masks. Like the wire works much better than the plastic. Like
Yeah,
You
oh,
could
yeah,
have taught-
it absolutely does.
you had to troubleshoot that. That's
I
awesome.
did.
You
Oh,
could
absolutely.
have, yeah. You could have taught Fauci a thing or two about effective masks.
Incredible expertise in odd subjects.
He's not only witty, but he's an engineer too. So,
No, but I would think like if I was in your shoes, I would be like, oh, I'm killing it. If I'm getting nailed with pieces of toast at my show, I'm like, all right.
Oh, it was,
like,
but I mean, well, it was like 600 people
Oh shit.
at the thing. So
It's a lot of pieces of
and
toast. A
lot of
everyone gets
toast.
thrown toast. Yeah.
you definitely made some bread on that show. Okay, so you've been on the Bob and Tom show. Is there other? I mean, obviously other stations. When you would go play somewhere, you would get on that station. How many other radio stations or venues have you been on? Or I mean, just rough estimate. I don't.
Well, anytime you in the old days, anytime you played at a comedy club, you would have to get up in the morning and go do radio. So, you know, it's probably hundreds of radio stations, mainly around the Midwest.
So I know Bob and Tom. I assume that that's one of your favorites, but
Oh, absolutely.
is there?
do you have a favorite place to play, like city wise? Just
Well, I love playing the Arc in Ann Arbor, which is like a 400-seat folk club. I play every January, and I mean, I've played so many good places in Indiana. You know, there's just some great crowds in the Midwest, Ohio and Indiana and Illinois, Kentucky, Minnesota. You know, all over the place.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's what I guess my question was sort of surrounding about. I mean, I'm used to you being. I thought you were exclusive to Central Indiana, but I realized very quickly that you were very talented and had to be playing at other places. I just was sort of how far out did you go with your act, and you know, I wonder how much. You know, I'm down here in Florida, and it's a different vibe than say Indiana. I know that's shocking, but
Yeah.
there's a different vibe, and I'm in California. It's a different vibe too. So I just wonder.
a bunch of woke nonsense out there, John. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
know.
anybody should laugh at Heywood stuff. I mean, that's what's
No, yeah,
it doesn't.
I can't wait for the White Castle song now. Like I'm really
Yeah, we gotta have a White Castle. So when you get it made,
Nights
you
in
gotta
White
come
Castle. Like that
preview it on our,
right there,
premiere
man.
it on
That
our
was good.
show, so we can get our hundreds of advertisers lined up that we don't have. So,
yeah. Damn it, John. You've been promising a raise for a long time here.
hey, look, we've been doing this show for 5 years, and this cast, except for Kelly filling in, has been probably, you guys have been like 3 years with us. We do it every Tuesday at 9 p.m. We usually cover some politics. We've only had one bad guest that Lucy wanted to, choke. And then I thought I had to mute him 3 times. It was a preacher. It was a priest. So
It was a narcissist.
A priest?
that writes its own joke right there.
I think he got his thing out of a Cracker Jack box.
I wasn't on this, right? Like I
Now
wasn't
you
there
can-
then,
No,
right?
this is pre-bred. This is
Okay.
Yeah,
pre-rational.
this was so we actually had Ed was from South Bend, and he was our lovable liberal. Brad is more of our lovable moderate Democrat. So but
Yeah, but I have Trump derangement syndrome pretty bad, and this is usually my therapy for it. So I'm just
Yeah, that's another.
I'm gonna have to go punch a possum or something like that. Just
go drown a
get it out of
raccoon
me.
like Kelly does.
No, just punch him and let him go. Because
Go punch Nancy Pelosi instead.
Oh dear. You would get lipstick on your hand. Never mind. So there's another idea for you for a song, Heywood, the TDS. You could do something with it. I mean, we have a ton of ideas for it. TDS Tuesday. I thought it was
I did have a song about I want my congressman to wear a NASCAR jacket.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. So who the
so
sponsors
they all
are.
have all their sponsors, all the money they're coming from. Oh
man, that is diabolical. That should be required.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I like that. Yeah.
This is not. We're shifting away to a mini fresh take on life from a mini fresh take on politics, and but we, I do want to touch on it a little bit. And the politics have gotten so divisive, and people have lost friends and everything. What would I want everybody to sort of answer this? What can we do to keep people from losing their friggin' stuff? I mean, I got some people that I don't agree with that we get along with fine, and other people, they just hate you just because they don't even really know you. So I'll start with Lucy since she's not paying attention.
She is too.
We're going to have the right answer.
What can we do to keep people from losing their mind?
Well, first I would start with good nutrition, because if you're lacking B vitamins, your brain's not going to be there. We should start them on lion's mane mushroom tincture.
Yeah.
And hydrated. Just
they
so in other words,
drug
them. In other words, drug them and subdue them into
well, I think if we got rid of all the big pharma drugs like Prozac, that would probably help. The number of mass shootings would definitely be reduced if we got rid of Paxil and Prozac.
SSRIs.
That's right. If you guys don't
Brad,
know that.
Brad, what's your suggestion? I mean, you're a big time show producer and with the Rinse Now. What's your thoughts?
Just keep talking. I feel like there's always just a matter of there's a loud audience sometimes, and I'm like, just because you're loud doesn't mean you're right. And so I feel like a lot of people are getting disturbed into action, and it's kind of actually upsetting them that they even need to be a part of all of this. It's like, why are you guys this idiotic that I have to become involved in now? This should just be happening on its own.
Straighten them out. Yeah, that's a good one. So we got good nutrition, we got dialogue, we got talking, we got working it out. Kelly, what do you say? What is your thoughts? It drowned him in a 55-gallon drum.
That would be a good start. I really don't know. I mean, these people are just being propagandized into committing Harry. I don't even know. I don't.
Do you mean like the March for Life?
What's that?
March for Life. That was
the abortion march.
That had a bunch of students. That had a bunch of students in it going.
No, I thought you were talking about just crazy people acting nutty.
Yeah, I think Brad was trying to drag in the protests from the high school kids. Well, we're not going to talk about that.
I don't try to antagonize things.
So, no, you would never do that. So we have.
I'm an amateur agitator, not a paid one, just amateur.
You're getting ripped off. Then you should be getting paid.
I know.
So let me recap.
I know on Soros.com.
So let me recap before Heywood gets to chime in here. So Lucy says good nutrition, good sense of mind. Brad says let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. And you say propaganda. You say propaganda. So I mean, those are three. I think those are three solid things. Heywood, what could you add to that?
Well, first of all, it seems like it's like in there used to be like broadcast practices or something, for the like it was the rules that broadcasters had to stick with,
like journalistic standards.
Yeah, broadcast standards, and those got I think it was during Ronald Reagan, they got rid of those standards, which seemed innocuous, but it's the problem. It's like it kind of if you can tell thing which either side, if you blow up something on one side or the other, that it's not just like along the center. This is the truth. This is the actual thing that happened. And these are, I don't know.
It's hard to know what the truth is anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's very hard to know what the truth is. And personally, I have friends on both sides of the fence, and people that I've known for a long time that politics never entered in. I had no idea what their politics were, in the old days. And it's like all of a sudden, it's like everything's getting frothed up over for just for the sake of keeping you sucked in, and so you watch their commercials. And it's like this, they say like the broadcasters or podcasts, the more radical you are, the more you get people worked up, the more engaged they are in the thing. And that all that does is froth people up and get people nuts. It's like humans just have the capacity of, I mean, you look at the Crusades, you look at any possible movement that's happened in world history where people just get all excited and crazy, because that's what humans do. They just go, they get off on half information, or they get all worked up about something that, and then people get hurt.
Yeah.
When you talked about the podcast standards, or I mean, like, there are no standards.
No, yeah.
When it comes to
look at us.
People are just like, ooh, I want to listen because I'm going to get the real info, or they think they're going to get info from.
Yeah, they think it's more organic, and they think that. So yeah, I would agree. That's very good. And I'm glad you didn't take more humor, because that was going to be mine. But Heywood, you're exactly right. Unbiased reporting that says, and if you are neutral these days, nobody likes you. You either got to pick this side or that side, or they hate you because you're neutral.
Nate Bargatze is the highest selling comedian in the United States. He just won a Grammy. He's
wonderful.
And he talks nothing about any kind of politics.
Nope.
I like that guy.
It's like, and nobody's mad at him because he's because he's not one way or the other. It's just, it's like people forget that they're just people. They're just take a breath. Yeah. And we can, it sounds stupid that we can all just get along, but we can.
Yeah.
It's you look at like Israel, the Palestinians and the Israelis got along forever. People in the Middle East would live together forever until there was some kind of somebody started choosing sides. I've been reading these old, like I said, these old history books, and one of the things the pioneers said, before the politicians and the ministers started to come in, we all just got along. We all just help each other. Oh, you're building your cabin? We'll be over there for 4 days. It's like just it's just like people just helped each other out. And that's and that's like
but that's communism now. That's social. That's looked down upon.
It's the list of the list. So okay, we're gonna get moving along.
You should do it by yourself,
because I want to get the conspiracy theory in. So get ready for your conspiracy theory. I'm going to play our little intro. I haven't played that in a while.
All right.
But real quick, let me see. Let me go to the media stuff here. Hopefully I still got it. Okay. You're going to probably laugh at this one, Heywood. It's a little funny, but I left my tinfoil hat at my house in Indiana, so I won't have it. But here you go.
They sell foil in Florida.
I know. Curses, foiled again. I'm lucky to get a green screen up. So don't even.
In Florida, you have to wear the plastic bag hat.
Yeah, make sure it's tied around your neck too.
Yeah,
right?
around your neck. Yeah.
So okay, here's the intro, and we'll do the conspiracy theory and wind this thing up, because I know how elderly people need to get their rest.
Hey y'all, it's time for the conspiracy theory, so you better get your tinfoil hat out and let's see what's going on this week.
Right, all right. So we'll give you the option, Heywood.
See, that's probably why you didn't get the orthodontist to sponsor the show.
Yeah, I left my teeth at home too. That sounds like an old person in a nursing home thing. So
there was a commercial on TV for like for implants, and the guy said they have the extra teeth to help you. They have the extra teeth to fix your mouth. Are you saying expertise or extra teeth? Which are?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That is hilarious. So
I'm gonna have to go rewind for that one.
Extra teeth.
Extra teeth.
You'd have the extra teeth to do that.
And then if you don't, you'll have an oily stool. So anyway.
Well, I suppose if you don't,
what a great
you don't
band.
chew and swallow, I guess.
So
masticate.
We're going to give you the option. You can either go first on the conspiracy theory, but we have Lucy is the conspiracy fact person, or you could wave to her and let her go, and then you can see what this is about.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit it,
all right, Lucy, you're on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Heywood, I always try and bring conspiracy facts, and usually the things that I proclaim will come true in 6 months. Now, I already know that they're true, but you'll be able to recognize it and you'll see it in the mainstream media. So what I believe is happening right now in Minnesota and other areas with ICE, just being completely serious, is that the purpose of these ICE detentions, and really they're just kidnappings. They take people off of the street, and they're doing it intentionally, in my mind, to grab regular American citizens. I mean, even people who might look, lily white like me with blue eyes and everything. Clearly I don't look like an African immigrant. But if you terrorize the actual citizens enough, they will demand a solution whereby they can prove their identity. The iPhone 17 already has an integrated passport feature. And so you will very soon see real people demanding digital ID because they think that it will keep them safe from being kidnapped by the government.
God, I hope not.
The love of
See, that's
God.
why we call it conspiracy fact with Lucy.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
All right, Brad.
Are people that stupid?
Yes. I mean, we'll find it out, I guess.
Well, people thought,
God.
people thought that if you got the COVID shot, you were getting a chip put in you, which they read on their phone that they carry with them, so they can be tracked. Why would they bother putting a chip in you if you got your phone with you? I don't know.
That's okay because Elon, I'm sure you already, well, maybe you don't know, Elon Musk's grandparents were run out of Canada, which is why he grew up in South Africa. And they were run out of Canada because his grandparents started the is it Technology Party or Technocratic Party? I'm just going to say Technology Party in Canada.
As long as not techno music, that's it.
Yeah.
Who gets run out of Canada?
Apparently, people that want to create a global cabal. Clearly,
yeah. Try to sneak a walleye across the border, you'll get thrown in jail for that.
A what?
A walleye, the fish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because you go fishing up there.
No, they're serious. Yeah.
Yeah, they're serious about those walleye.
You gotta swim them across, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta swim. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I don't know. Drones will blow you up now.
Or
they'll
you
blow
come
up
to Michigan
boats.
and fish.
Yeah, and then bring
They've
them
already gone
across.
through customs in Lake Huron. So
I swam in Lake Huron one time. It's cold. Okay, Brad, you go. You're next. Hopefully you got something. You got your hat and everything.
Oh yeah, I just got my hat in the mail today. It's a USA World Baseball Classic hat. I'm actually going to be doing a podcast with Jerry Lopez in the near future because we're both baseball fans. So I reached out to him, and so I think that'll be fun. He's going to buy his Cuba hat. But that all got me thinking, though. It's in 4 different countries. The games there's like 16 teams, and just with immigration issues as it is, the championship game is going to be in Miami. I'm wondering if President Trump, number 1, will be there. Number 2, will ICE have any sort of presence at a sporting event that is on a global issue? I think that'll kind of be a good precursor to how we handle the Olympics and the World Cup coming up too. Not
the
that
only-
there's going to be any kind of protests or anything like that about those
Yeah,
things.
the only ice
What
they need is
sport
in the
is it?
margaritas.
Oh, it's for
So-
baseball.
Baseball, okay.
Yeah, so this is, I think they do this like once every 3 or 4 years. It's really neat. I think Japan won last year or won last time. And I mean, it's just like a fun, like 3-week kind of tournament of Major League Baseball players going and playing for their own home countries and things like that in a tournament. And then there's games in Houston, there's games in Miami, there's games in Tokyo, and I think in South America somewhere. And yeah, it should be fun.
So Kelly, you got? You have to have a
Okay.
Was that a conspiracy theory?
no.
Oh, just
yeah.
What was
my
the
fingers are
conspiracy
crossed
part?
that like everything gets to be okay and like there's no ice interference or
okay.
Trump, or that there's no politician that wants to go to these events that's going to make everybody flick them off or boo them. Just let them play baseball and let us enjoy this.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that it only took Heywood 50 minutes to figure out why we pick on Brad. It's just a target. I swear, you should just wear a hat with a target on it.
See?
So Kelly, I mean, I know you have a bunch of theories, but what are you going to throw
Well,
down
all
tonight?
of mine have already came true until last week when that storm went all the way across the country. That was 100% completely manufactured, and you can watch it on the radar of the planes doing all the circles, spraying all the shit. So don't try to tell me that it was not geoengineered.
So chemtrails. That's
no,
that's
they're not chemtrails.
Oh, they're
What is
not.
that?
That's just
Snow
more-
trails.
Snow trails.
Harmonic frequency emitters.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, can they do something now though?
Don't
Can-
tell them. Gave people the blues. Those
Yeah.
Lucy,
Yeah,
did you
you
see
careful.
It's a bad storm.
I know all about it. I watched the one
But
for
did
the.
you see the video from last week before the storm
I did
hit?
not. So
Okay.
send it to me.
I have
because
it, yeah.
the last one I saw was the one where they threw. I'm going to use the term through, but they used energy emission to encourage a hurricane to go through North Carolina.
Yep.
Which you might remember.
I
And
did.
Yeah,
the tragedy
you got my
of the
daughter
tragedy
in
of that was all of the property that was purchased for lithium that's
Yes,
under the ground.
yes,
And of course,
yep.
there are a ton of people who didn't want to move. They didn't want the lithium mine from underneath their ground.
Mm-hmm.
But once your house slides down the mountain, it's really not such a big deal to get the lithium.
So
But
what
the
is
real
this trying to
tragedy of
punish?
that story is all the people that are dead, buried under 20 feet of mud. They will not allow them to collect on their life insurance policies because there's no body, so they can't prove they're dead.
Well, that's really a convenient thing.
Isn't it convenient?
Listen,
Well-
if I was trying to fake my own death, that's exactly what I would have done. So
You would have buried yourself under 20 feet of mud.
no, I'm just
Well,
kidding. Like who the
You
hell
would have
thinks
fired
like
up
that?
the George Bush hurricane machine.
Oh
What,
my
what,
gosh.
what the hell are we even talking about now? Like, I mean, who benefited by this ice storm that just happened?
The salt
The
people.
list
Red
is
salt.
endless.
The groceries. Okay, so this is a
Red milk.
conspiracy theory.
Red milk went empty.
In Indiana, and Heywood, you've traveled all around. You've lived many places. You were a man of the world. Maybe you can confirm this for me. In Indiana, people buy bread, milk, eggs. They're going to make French toast apparently
Toilet paper.
during the storms. Yeah, and
Toilet
toilet paper. But all of my friends in Illinois, they buy Pop-Tarts and beer. Now, I think that the Sanity Award should go to those folks in Illinois.
Wow.
Well, up in
how
Minnesota,
to
they buy
party.
the Molsons and donuts.
We get Twinkies and cigarettes.
Cigarettes in Michigan.
No, a Kringle, Heywood, a Kringle.
Pringles
No,
and cigarettes.
Kringle, the Danish.
All right,
the
Heywood,
giant- yeah.
it's Hayward's turn. Now you can see how
Well,
this show just goes into the
I
gutter so quickly.
actually wrote a song. I wrote a song about my my conspiracy theory. It's called "Leaf Blowing on the Moon." They always say that hey, if they can put a man on the moon, why can't they make a quiet leaf blower? Hello. So I said,
Yes.
actually back in the 60s, there's been a research lab on the moon for it was NASA, the NSA, and Black and Decker got together and started leaf blowing on the moon. Hey folks, Do you see any leaves on the moon? No.
Clearly,
I don't
Clearly.
see any
And
tracks either.
you know, if you all you have to do is set your telescope and you see little puffs of dust up there, and that's from the leaf blowers. You can look. It's all explained in my song.
that makes perfect sense.
Leaf blowing on the moon. Yes.
I got to say that is if you would have done anything less than that, I would have been disappointed. But that was an excellent one.
That was this close to less, really.
no, that was terrific. I mean,
and they're playing baseball up there, and the harmonic convergences are coming with the ley lines, and they're coming in and taking all
with the Jewish space laser.
Yeah,
that's it. The Jewish space lasers up there
on
too.
the back of sharks. So
they're using their expert teeth.
But my pimples have cleared up, so it's really helping.
It's expert teeth.
It's my extra teeth.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, John, is that supposed to be a tri-cornered hat?
Lisa made it for me. She's actually, my lovely backstage assistant. So
you're backstage. Well,
it's like
I grew up.
I'm working.
Is there any difference between that and a pirate hat?
That's what
isn't a tri-corner hat.
The Long John Silver.
No, the pirate hats don't have three corners. But everybody should know the song, right? We all grew up with. Well, actually, Brad, you may have grown up singing these songs because you're quite a bit younger than me. But I would sing along with the kids on the Barney. My hat, it has three corners has my hat. And had it not three corners, it would not be my hat. Nobody's like Barney?
No, I was from a generation like I was just a little bit too old for it, so we all hated it like immensely.
We lost Lucy. Something one of the kids sabotaged her.
What happened?
There she is. You're muted
she
now.
Just kept going. That was.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to talk about nothing to nobody.
Yeah, and no Phil. Yeah, so well, anyway, that would be a good time to end this fabulous program. This has been one of my favorite shows ever, and we've done 260 shows, I think. And one
we won't tell.
You can wrap your meatloaf back up, John. Now.
Yeah, that's next week we'll have a good show too. So
back on the meatloaf.
Yeah, the meatloaf. But it has been awesome having
What's
you.
What's that
on.
hair oil you're wearing?
It's oily.
It's oily.
An oily stool. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just every time
really devolved.
If you hear it when you hear that commercial now, you're going to be thinking that crazy John. But I'm going to leave you with this thought. Humanity's a great theory until you add people. So that is my thought of the day of what I think. So, Heywood, thanks for coming on. You've been a tremendous sport.
Yes, thank you so much. That was,
and I want to come see you at that Bacon Fest whenever that is. So
yeah, come to Bacon Fest.
I'm gonna come up there and eat some bacon.
Where is
you can go. Hey, you can go to heywoodbanks.com, Heywood with an E, heywoodbanks.com, and all my places are playing. And I've got a whole ton of stuff on TikTok and YouTube. I got like 200 songs on there, including "Leaf Blowing on the Moon" is on there, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm always writing songs and putting them up. So.
I love it. I love it. You're a creative genius and all that. And thanks for coming on. And stick around afterwards. We usually wrap it up. If I forget to tell that, the person goes away, and we want to talk to you and thank you for in person. And sometimes behind the stage was really fun. So I'm going to play the exit here. We'll see you on the other side. And hey, thanks for everybody watching. We'll be back next week with another fabulous Mouthwash show, a minty fresh take on life. Giddy up.